The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers recap for Tuesday, July 13th, reveals that Victor Newman's Eric Braeden spy will follow Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, and Ray Rosales, Jordi Vilasuso. Meanwhile, Sharon Sharon Case, will get a text that's presumably from Mariah Copeland's Cameron Grimes' Snatcher. At Crimson Lights, Chelsea will insist that Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, already agreed to let her take Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, to Minnesota. Adam will back Chelsea up and argue this isn't Victor's call to make, but Victor will keep ranting and trying to control the situation. After getting his new assignment, Ray will show up and reveal that he's going to be Chelsea's police escort. Ray will point out that they're driving instead of flying, so that reduces the risks. Adam will reiterate that this is his call, but Victor will remain appalled over Adam trusting Chelsea with his son. At Society, Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, and Elena Dawson, Brittany Sarpy, will decide to wrap up their date with a special dessert Elena ordered. While Elena's in the back getting it, Imani Benedict, Leanne Rose, will arrive for a takeout order and approach Nate's table. Imani will compliment Nate on his tie collar and suggest maybe she could have a drink or dessert with Nate while she waits for her order to be finished. When Elena comes out with a plate of dessert, Imani will pipe up that she hopes Elena brought enough for 3. Nope, just 2, Elena will insist. However, she'll eventually relent and guess that it's lonely for Imani in town. Imani will counter that she's making new friends every day and will compliment Nate on his tie again before she grabs her takeout. After Nate gets a phone notification about some good news, he'll want to hold off on revealing it. Elena will playfully complain, but she'll agree to wait until they're back at her place later. In the Grand Phoenix lobby, Devin Hamilton, Bryden James, will look over the confession Mariah Benedict, Tasha Story, offered the authorities. Devin will think a Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, work of fiction would be more believable, and Amanda Sinclair, Michelle Morgan, will agree it's ludicrous that Mariah would hire someone to tamper with the brakes on Richard Nealon's car. Still, Amanda will find the idea of Sutton Ames, Jack Landron, coercing his daughter into this confession almost too horrible to even contemplate. That'll confuse Devin, who will wonder if part of Amanda's keeping hope alive that Sutton isn't completely evil? Amanda will reply, finishing Devin's thought. Amanda won't be sure of her answer since she's in such uncharted territory, but Devin will assure her that she is not alone. When Imani appears, she'll talk about running into Nate earlier. Imani will wonder how long until Nate's on top of a local magazine's most eligible bachelor list, but Devin will point out that Nate isn't really eligible. After Imani reluctantly acknowledges that Elena is in the picture, Devin will take off. That'll give Sutton a chance to swoop in and push for a private meeting with Amanda as well as Imani. In Amanda's suite, she'll shut down Sutton's attempt to question them about Mariah's legal defense. Sutton will argue that it's a mistake since he's a powerful man with connections. Once Sutton adds that Amanda doesn't want to be the one who lets him down, she'll stand her ground and encourage him to leave. Later, Amanda will tell Imani that it'd be better to keep Sutton guessing for as long as they can. She won't want Sutton to know they're planning on going after him as part of Mariah's defense. Imani will admit that betraying Sutton is hard, but she'll get that it's the only way to save her mother. Amanda will smile as she suggests getting the brakes on their cars checked daily. Imani will know Amanda's joking, but she'll contend that there are other ways Sutton can do damage. Amanda will argue that Sutton might be used to taking down other enemies, but he's never gone up against her. At the ranch, Moses Winters, Jacob Aaron Gaines, and Faith Newman, Raylan Castor, will come in after having a blast on their horseback ride. When Moses fishes to find out what they are to each other, Faith will botch things horribly. "We're good friends, right? Besties?" Faith will suggest. Moses won't look pleased by that answer and will end up leaving rather abruptly. Once Faith fills Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, In on sending the wrong message, Nikki will offer a pep talk. Nikki will think it's okay to be scared, but she won't want Faith to let that fear hold her back from going after what she wants. When Moses finds Nate and Elena at Society, he'll offer updates on the awkward talk he had with Faith. Nate will point out that Faith's had a hard year and might not be ready to jump into something. Moses will wonder if he should give up, but Elena won't think so. She'll think Moses just has to let Faith know he's still interested and be willing to accept it if Faith doesn't feel the same. That said, Elena won't think it's an issue of Faith not reciprocating Moses' feelings. She'll feel like Moses has to give things another shot or else he'll wonder what might have been. Once they're alone, Nate will ask if Elena was talking about Moses and Faith, or perhaps Nate and Elena. Elena will grin as she admits it was both. In Ashlyn Locke's Richard Burgi, Sweet, he'll recap all the drama in the park to Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley. Soon after, Ashlyn will receive word about someone leaking a video that was shot there. Victoria will note that whatever happens, Ashlyn won't be going through it alone. Ashlyn will be glad to have someone he can let his guard down with and will wonder what his life would have been like if he'd met Victoria sooner. Victoria will call Ashlyn the most compelling man she's ever known and will be grateful for the time they do have. She'll suggest that maybe this video will offer a distraction while they finalize the deal for their merger. After Ashlyn decides to head down for a drink, Victoria will promise to follow once she makes a call to check in with her nanny. At Shankcom, Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, will discuss the video that was leaked anonymously to multiple news outlets. Lily will comment on how it makes Ashlyn look like he's being a jerk to his ex-wife, and in front of his kid no less. Billy will be eager to post a story on this before they get scooped, but Lily will protest that they need more information first. However, Billy will eventually realize Lily's own cancer experience is affecting her judgment on this. Bill will determine that perhaps Lily's right about needing more info, and moments later, another news outlet will go public with the video. Billy will decide that the better story to chase is the context and the agenda of the person who sent the video. He'll want to figure out who wanted to hurt Ashlyn and why. Next, Billy will find Ashlyn by the bar of the Grand Phoenix. He'll mention that Shankcom decided not to publish a story on that leaked video, but Ashlyn won't seem impressed. Billy will also bring up his offer for Locke Communications Group, but Ashlyn will note that he didn't get back to him. He'll think Billy should have taken the hint that he wasn't interested. Once Victoria comes down, Ashlyn will hint about an announcement in the morning of a personal and professional nature. Billy will return to Shankcom, where he'll fill Lily in on the announcement. He'll point out that Victoria was surprised by Ashlyn's teaser and will remain concerned that his ex is getting in too deep. Back with Ashlyn, he'll let Victoria know that the right people have signed off on every aspect of the deal. All that's left to do is share it with the rest of the world, so Victoria will declare let's do it and clink her drink glass with Ashlyn. At the coffee house again, Sharon won't seem thrilled about Ray's latest assignment. Wasn't there someone else available? Sharon will ask. Ray will assure Sharon that he'd rather not go, but he'll feel obligated to take the assignment he was given and see this through. As for the topic of missing Mariah, Sharon will mention getting a text from her daughter. Sharon will note that Mariah said she forgot her phone charger and was sorry for worrying everyone. Sharon will think Mariah's just enjoying a little time away without everyone hovering, but Y&R spoilers indicate there's something far more sinister going on here. This text seems to be from Mariah's kidnapper instead, so stay tuned for more bombshells. At the ranch on Tuesday's episode, Victor will suggest to Nikki this could be the last time they see Connor. Nikki will doubt that, so Adam will be surprised over Nikki taking his side when he arrives. Victor will reluctantly accept that this is Adam's decision. He'll just hope Adam doesn't regret it, and Adam will admit he's right there with Victor on that. Once Chelsea arrives to pick Connor up with Ray, she'll promise Victor that she's not about to jeopardize her chance at legitimate freedom. Chelsea will thank Adam again before everyone clears out. After Victor's alone, he'll make a call to a minion he's hired to follow Chelsea and Ray. Victor will order his spy not to let Ray and Chelsea out of his eyesight, not even for a minute. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some surprises could be brewing on this trip, so don't miss all the action. CDL's where you want to be for scorching Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news, so visit again soon for other hot Y&R details. Plot test, why?